This program contains explicit language. Parental guidance is suggested.
I'm in for murder, kidnapping, robbery, armed robbery, conspiracy. When we got sexual desires, who do you think we get? And don't tell me each other.
See, because I don't like nothing in the first place, and I don't like you. You got your best shot, man. One punch. Punch me in my face. Then it's my turn. Now punch.
Man, get that fucking camera out my face. I told you to cut it off.
I'm Danny Glover. What you just saw was the beginning of Scared Straight, a groundbreaking film that won an Academy Award and 8 Emmys when it first aired 20 years ago. The original film follows 17 teenage lawbreakers who are taken inside of Rahway, New Jersey's maximum security prison. In a raw confrontation, a group of hardened convicts called the Lifers tried to literally scare the kids into going straight. Tonight, after watching Scared Straight, we'll meet these same kids and convicts today. What's happened to them over the past 20 years? Are any of the kids in prison? Are any of the convicts out? We'll find out right after this special presentation of Scared Straight.
This program contains explicit and coarse street language. It's not intended for children's viewing. Parental guidance is advised. These teenagers are going to prison. Nothing, from arrest to rehabilitation, has worked to stop them from breaking the law. So now at age 15, 16, and 17, they're going behind bars. Their sentence will be short, only 3 hours. But during that time, these juvenile offenders will come into direct confrontation with these hardened criminals. They call themselves the Lifers. Together, they're serving nearly 1,000 years. But the Lifers are through taking lives. They're now saving them in a unique crime prevention program created and run by the convicts. Their goal is ambitious. Make juvenile delinquents go straight. Imagine yourself the innocent victim of one of these youngsters.
How do you feel about your victims?
I don't really care. You know, whoever come, I'm gonna get them. It's a challenge. You know?
Just
Challenge you take.
I feel sad about them for a while, till I forget about it.
If you don't know the person, it's all right. You really don't think too much about it.
They shouldn't have been, you know, around me at that time. You know, I just felt they be. I don't give a fuck about it. You know, that's the way I feel about it.
Today's prisons are filled with yesterday's juvenile delinquents. Convicts who entered crime even before they entered puberty.
I don't remember how old I was when I first got in trouble.
Me? Around 9.
Around 6, 7.
About 10.
14.
15.
14.
12. To be exact, 12.
12 or 13.
About 3rd grade.
I was 8.
Right hand. Left.
Monday through Friday, juvenile offenders from New Jersey and New York are sent to Rahway Prison by police, judges, counselors, and probation officers. From the moment they pass through the metal detector, these young lawbreakers come face to face with the brutalities of prison.
My keys in the...
Sit over there. I don't care what it... Sit over there. I don't care where they are. Wait over there. Step through this machine. Give me them cigarettes. Let's go. Single file. Stop over there. Stop over there. Near that radiator. Single file. Let's go. Follow the sergeant.
As the teenagers go deeper and deeper inside this maximum security prison, their arrogance and smiles fade, replaced by an enveloping uncertainty ranging from tension to terror.
Hey, look at that guy right there. He's a sweet, sweet. Hey, that's sweet motherfucker right there with the yellow shirt on.
Yo, you guys gonna...
You be here, you be my bitch. You know that? Sweet thing.
You guys!
Inside an oppressive and noisy cell block called the Hole, prisoners locked in solitary verbally molest the young boys with homosexual taunts.
Yeah, that one back there, too. Both of y'all some pretty motherfuckers. You look just like her. Matter of fact, you look better than her. I'd rather have you than him. Lock him in here, too. You want to come in here? You looking at
housing area. Guys live up there. It's a floor with top.
Bring him in here. You want to be in my cell? You too. Give me that one over there, too. That one over there with the big buck. Yeah, I'm going to do something real nasty to you.
Let's go. Let's go. Let him go. That's all right.
Make me kiss you, you motherfucker.
Okay, first 4 guys. Let's go. 2, 3, 4. Block it up. In there. Get off that guy's bed. You were tough, selling a lot of noise out there. Come in here. Oh, don't say me, you, he. All of you. Let me see how tough you are. Open up the door.
I kick ass, you know, and if I get my ass beat, don't mean the shit, because, hey, I'm coming back, you know? That's the kind of person I am, you know? I consider myself a tough guy. That's what I consider myself. I'm devious, you know? My hands like mechanical, you know? I get under people's trucks, I hotwire them, I take everything, you know? That's what I'm about, you know? I'm about looking for trouble, you know? I'm serious, right? Tell them. Yes, it is.
Somebody asked me to steal something, I say good, you know.
And I'm going into security school to learn all about burglar alarms and things like that. That way I know when I come out on the streets, I can disconnect the alarms and take what I want. You know? And in my future, I think I'll be a professional thief. If you say if I commit a crime, how do I feel? I feel all right, you know. I commit, I'm happy, I'm gonna do it again, you know. I would take everything you have if you give me the chance.
You talking about stealing possessions or hurting me bodily?
Stealing possessions and hurting you if possible. Right. That's the way to do it. It's like, I never killed anybody, you know. Hey, but I did slice a couple, you know, slice somebody, you know, a couple of times. Yeah, it's first I've ever done.
You think you could ever kill anyone?
Yes, I think I can. Me myself, I don't care, because, you know, they got to catch me first. I don't figure the cops out here bad enough to catch me, you know. Jail is like a thing they talk about to me, you know.
Smell the toilet bowl. See how it smells. You can smell from there? Well, look at it. If you people, you come here with a 1 to 2 or a life fit, we put you in a cell of this size. And I have a good mind of keeping you here for the 2 hours that we're going to be on this tour. Thinking that you're so tough. You ain't tough.
Why steal from people, you know, average, and which I don't. If I steal from someone, it would be someone, if I ever did steal, like the railroad, like I've been blamed for. Because they'll have the money right from their insurance, and they're just stolen the money. It ain't hurting no one there.
The worst thing I ever done was rob this store. I got caught.
You need the money that badly?
No, it's just too lazy to work.
If a group's gonna do something, like, I'm the kind of person to probably do it, you know? Because everybody's doing it. That's just the way I am.
I wouldn't rob no little old lady or nothing.
Who would you rob?
Somebody rich.
Yeah, 3 girls, let's go. They're in there. They're no different. All right, lock it up, Dave.
Sometimes I did things when I was drunk, and I didn't worry about it till the next day.
Stealing, dealing, drinking. It's like I got assault and battery charge against me. What I steal, I need and I want. And I just do it to satisfy myself, not to satisfy anybody else and to prove to anybody else that I'm cool because I steal. I just do it to satisfy myself.
If these kids look like the innocent boys and girls next door, remember why they're here. Various youngsters in this group have committed assault and battery, arson, auto theft, breaking and entering, burglary, purse snatching, shoplifting, vandalism, possession of stolen property, possession and distribution of narcotics, illegal possession of weapons, assaulting a police officer, larceny, and bomb threats. Their juvenile crime is hardly innocent child's play.
They don't scare me. You know, they don't scare me.
I think it's gonna be great going there and seeing all them burnouts.
I'm not worried about it myself, you know, because if they come to me talking, I feel I'm gonna talk back, you know.
I'm not gonna shut up for nobody, you know, for nobody.
You're here for 2 hours, you belong to us for 2 hours. Everybody see these cards? Everybody see these motherfucking cards? Let me tell you something, man. When I ask a question, I want to answer from all y'all. Now, do everybody see these cards? I want you to look at one, man, and pass it down. I want you to see them all. Motherfucker, what did I say? What did I say, motherfucker? Now pick them up and look at them right. Sit the fuck back.
Hurry up and pick them goddamn cards up.
You look at all them cards, clown? Because if I tell you again, I'm gonna break your fucking neck. Now, did you see them all? Yeah. We'll try this the last time, man. The last fucking time. Don't get on my fucking nerves, all right? You look at one and pass it down to him.
Look at all of them, motherfucker.
Come on, speed it up. I showed you them cards for one reason. To let y'all know that we ain't no social workers, no counselors, no probation officers, or no police. We are convicts. Every man you see behind me is doing over 25 years or life. So y'all ain't gonna come in here and change nothing. Now, is that understood? Yes. When a man's up here talking to you, I want your eyes on him at all times. That means if that man catch you looking at that wall, he feels as though you're chumping him off. And when you chump a person off in prison, you got to deal with the consequences. And we can get very physical up here. So we can start this now, right? Yeah. I asked you a question. Yes. I ask you again, nigga, I'm gonna come over here and break your fucking neck, all right? Mm-hmm. Now I ask you a question, can we get this started? And I want to hear from all y'all. Yes.
Let's get one thing straight right from Jump Street. Ain't nobody up here to entertain you clowns. You got a problem, man? Or you coming here laughing and joking? You see, look at me, motherfucker, when I'm talking. Now, you want to impress these bitches how tough you are? Any one of you want to impress them how tough you are? Well, impress them with me. I've been in this stinking cesspool 10 years, clown, and I ain't seen nothing funny. You sit here and you seriously believe you ain't never going to jail. In the 10 years I've been here, I've seen thousands of guys come through these joints. And I ain't met anybody yet that plan to come to prison. That's the trouble with you clowns. If somebody's trying to give you something, you're about chumping them off. Well, keep trying me, jerk off. Keep trying me, man. Get up, motherfucker, you think you're... Get out of here. Get up off that fucking bench. Get out of here, nigga.
Come over there and kick his motherfucking ass. Come on.
I'm over here,
Chad, that motherfucker, man.
Slide.
Tighten it up.
Move the fuck over, man. Move over.
I'm sure some of you guys has got girlfriends, right? I can't hear you. You girls got boyfriends? I can't hear you. Yeah. I know you all got sexual desires, right? Huh? Yeah. Well, we got sexual desires, too. We're just like you. We made of flesh and blood. You tough guy, take a wild guess. When we got sexual desires, who do you think we get? And don't tell me each other. Who? You don't know, huh? Well, I tell you, we get young, dumb motherfuckers just like you. Like I told you, I've been down here 10 years, and I'm gonna die in this stinking joint. And if they wanted to give me these 3 bitches right here, I would leap over them like a kangaroo just to get the one pretty young fat butt boy.
I'm telling you, goddamn.
And not only me, there's a lot of guys in there do the same thing. It's a way of life in these joints.
Let this dummy here sit down, man.
One day you're laying on your blanket, and your mind is drifting over them 30-foot walls, and you're thinking about who's with your girl. When 3 guys will slide into your cell, wrap your ass up in that blanket, and I don't care how tough you think you are or how strong you might be, they're gonna kick your ass over the side of that bed and do bodily harm to your asshole by sticking a dick in it. So what do? I'm gonna give you 5 options you could take, and ain't none of them worth a Chinese nickel. 1, you go to the cop. You say, officer, 3 guys just ripped me off, and you come back with the cop. You say that white guy, that black guy, that black guy. See these 3 guys that ripped you off? Yeah, they're gonna go in the hole for 30 or 60 days, and then they be back in population. But the administration, they know they can't leave you in population because one of these guys' associates will cut your ass from A to Z. So they gotta do something to protect you. But right up there on the 4th tier is a place called PC, Protective Custody. We call it Punk City here at Rahway. And that's where you will go. And if you're doing a 1 to 2, 5 to 7, 20 to 30, life bid, that's where you will do all that time. And when you're in PC, you locked up 23 out of 24 hours a day. You get out for 1 hour for exercise. And that's it. So see, you can't rap. But I know I got a lot of tough guys here. So when you get ripped off, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is get even. You're gonna wanna get revenge. Now, the best time to stab somebody in this joint is on a mass movement. When you got over 1,300 wild, treacherous maniacs moving like a herd of fucking cows, going out there to the yard, the mess hall, or up here to the movies. So you strap down with your shank and you go in the yard, and you see one of them guys that ripped you off. So you slip up behind him, you pull your shank, and you stick him. And when you stick him, you kill him. One of you smart guys tell me, how much time you think the court's gonna give you for killing that man? Anybody. That's right, they're gonna give you life. Not that they care about that guy you killed, or they care about you, but that's the way the system works. See, there's no such thing as getting even in these prisons. And that brings us to number 3. When you get here and you get ripped off, maybe you decide, well, I ain't gonna say nothing to nobody. I keep it to myself. But see, it don't work that way. See them 3 guys that ripped you off? They got associates. And their associates, they're about young boys, and they're gonna come and rip you off. And then they got associates, and they're gonna come and rip you off. And if you get anything from home, like a little food package or some personal clothes, somebody gonna take that too. So your thing will steady be getting ripped off. And that brings us to number 4. And this is the one you's all gonna take. In the 10 years I've been here, I've seen it 1,000 times. You're gonna walk around this joint, or any joint you might be in, and you're gonna find a guy that's real quiet. Nobody bothers him, and he don't bother nobody. He's got all the respect in the world. You're gonna approach this guy and say, hey, my man, I got a very serious problem. Can you help me? And after you run it down to him, he's gonna tell you, yeah. And it seems like 5 minutes after he say yeah, it's like somebody got on a PA system and told 1,300 wild maniacs not to bother you. And now you're telling yourself, hey, this guy was all right. He got all his pressure off of me. But nah, he ain't did nothing. The only thing this guy did was he told population that you are his property. You are his kid. And when you become somebody's kid in one of these joints, there's the things you gotta do. You gotta get up in the morning and get his coffee. You gotta clean his cell. You gotta wash his drawers and socks. And if he wants some head, you will give it to him. And if he wanna fuck you in your ass, you'll let him. And if he wanna sell you to another prisoner, he'll do that too. See, they're gonna put lipstick on your lips, earrings in your ear, and have you swishing your ass up and down these tiers, hustling cigarettes for your man. And for you tough motherfuckers like you, see, when you entertain the thought of telling this guy, nah, man, I ain't about that bullshit. I ain't gonna do it. Well, then the only thing you telling this guy is to take your life, clown. Because that's what he's gonna do. Nah, you can take number 5, and that just happened Christmas. You probably all read about it because it was in all the papers. Young guy, he didn't mean to kill nobody. Just standing on a corner, smoking a little reefer, drinking a little wine. Saw he was broke but wanted to keep the party going. So he went out and snatched a pocketbook. But see, when he took that pocketbook from that little old lady, she had a heart attack and died. So he didn't just have a charge of mugging. He had a homicide to go with it. And when he went to court, the judge didn't give a fat rat's ass he was 16. The judge didn't want to hear what he meant to do. He just told him, I'm fed up with this juvenile bullshit, and gave him life right here in Rahway State Prison. And he's here 1 week, and he became somebody's kid. And he did that for just a little over a year. And then the pressure of day-to-day living in one of these stinking joints crashed in on him. So Christmas night, he went back to his cell, took his sheet, tied one end around a pipe, another around his dumb motherfucking neck, and he hung himself. So now he's even. He ain't got to do that life bit. He ain't got to deal with these police, and he ain't got to put up with his pimp. He went out the back door wrapped up in a green sheet with a tag on his toe. And when they stuck his dumb ass in the ground and give him that little wooden graveyard marker, they ain't put his name on there, they put his number. Because that's all you are when you come to somebody's prison. It's a number. You lose everything. But this is what you clowns want. I personally don't give a fat rat's ass what you do when you leave here today. But just remember this. When you get here, I show you better than I can tell you.
Oh, you sit-up. Sit the hell up, man. And that goes for you sit-ups. And when I say something, I want everybody to give me an answer. You understand that? Yes. Keep your eyes on me the whole time I'm talking. If I decide to jump up in that goddamn ceiling, you better have your eyes right in the bottom of my feet. Slide your goddamn ass back. Squeeze the fuck in there. I don't care if you're uncomfortable. I've been uncomfortable for 4 goddamn years. What the hell do I care about you being uncomfortable now? You got something in your head you want out? Because if you move your hand one more time, you ain't gonna have to worry about it, because I'm gonna kick that right off the top of your goddamn head. You understand that? See, because I don't like nothing in the first place, and I don't like you. You move one more goddamn time, and I'll bite your fucking nose off and spit it in your damn face. You understand that? That go for yous, too. Because just as quick as I'll kick him in the goddamn ass, I'll do the same thing to you. Put no damn tears in your eyes. What the fuck I care about some tears? Shit. All of you. All that junk you be watching on TV, that's fantasy. That's bullshit. You turn on the TV, see somebody get 20 years life, and you get up and go to the bathroom and come back, they on the streets. It don't work like that in here. When you get some time in here, you do years. And when you do years in here, you do that day for day, week for week, month for month, and year for goddamn year. The only thing that changes in here is the goddamn calendar. But yous want to come in here. See, because every time one of your so-called friends out there tell you, come on, let's go steal something, let's go rip somebody off, let's go mug somebody, all they doing is saying, let's go to jail. And every time you get busted, what did you get the last time you got busted? How much money did you get? $20 goddamn dollars. Now you sound like a real dummy. See, when I was on the streets, I used to take people's stuff every day. Sell them drugs. Any way there was to get some money. See, I was about that, because see, I didn't care. See, because I didn't dig, you know, the end results of it. Just like yous can't dig it. Yous like that. And see, you got a problem, my man. Is your fucking arm broke?
Him up on the fucking wall.
What, do you think you tough or something? What's your problem? Get up. That's what you want to do? You want to impress them? Get the fuck up. Tell you what, you tell me, you act like you don't want to hear it. Stand up there and tell me what the fuck goes on in here.
You better tell him, motherfucker.
Tell me, don't waste my time, tell me. See, because you're not paying attention to what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm paying attention.
Oh, all that moving is paying attention. Didn't I tell you to sit your goddamn ass down there and don't take your goddamn eyes off me while I was talking to you? Just because you smart on me, I won't body slam your ass down here. See, this is the class clown. See, this is just like a lot of yous when you be in the goddamn classroom. Don't want nobody else to learn nothing. Want everybody to watch him, make everybody just as stupid as he is. A lot of yous want to be like that. Sit your dumb ass down. And if I got to turn around and say something to you, I'm just going to slide your ass right up out of here. I mean, just what do you think you'd be doing, taking people's shit out there? Yous get a kick out of that? Wait a minute. Do yous get a kick out of that? Do you think this is a fucking joke or something? Take off your goddamn, take them motherfucking shoes off. Give me them shoes. Oh, everybody take them off. What the hell is wrong with you? You think I'm playing with you? Hurry up, take the motherfuckers off. You need some help?
Snatch a couple legs off.
Yeah, you goddamn right, I got it. Take them off. Give me all them shoes. Kick them on out there to the floor. Come on, goddammit. Act like you changing to go hang out. You need some help, sucker? That's right. Now, I took that. And I know you don't like it. Did you like it 'cause I took your shoe? Well, do something about it. All you gotta do is get up and go through me to get it. Nobody else. See, act like I'm that old man in the alley right now. Or act like you want to snatch my pocketbook. And see, that's in my pocketbook. Because, see, I know you want your stuff. How did you feel when I took your stuff? Did you like it? What about you? How did you feel? Huh? You can't talk? I said, how did you feel? You gonna do something about that? No. Why not? Because of what? See, you're thinking right now. But see, when you be out there running up in somebody's goddamn house, you don't be thinking. See, you don't be thinking about the consequences that you're gonna suffer if you get caught. See, because you can't get away forever. All you do is pound it up from day to day. You don't think about them people out there got families just like you, that they out there working, trying to bring that money home that you lay out there and mug them, rip them off for. See, you thinking right now. See, because you know if you get up and touch one of them shoes, I'm gonna break my leg off in your ass. See, because you don't want to deal with them consequences. And see, if you really knew what was happening here, you wouldn't want to deal with them neither. Because this ain't nothing.
You want to be a smart guy? You want to be a wise guy? Let me tell you something. The police can make 1,000 mistakes. You can only make one mistake and you're done. You understand? What, am I here to amuse you that you smile? Huh? Something's funny? Something's funny with you?
No.
Huh? Get this smile off your face, boy.
Still smiling.
Let me tell you something. I'll put your fucking nose up your hip. If you think somebody's gonna stop me from going, believe me, they won't. Because by the time they get here, it'll be too late, it'll be all over with. I got so much time they can't give me no more. You understand what I'm telling you? So when you sit there, you keep that smile off your face. Because I'm gonna hurt you. All right? Don't make me hurt you. Please. I talk to you nice, right? We took your shoes. How do you feel about that? You don't like it? Well, the next time you take something from somebody, you think about that. You got it? You think about that, how you feel now, because that's how they feel. You like to steal? Huh? You like to steal? I got 11 uncles. Do you know how big that makes my family? Big, right? Take something from my family. Let me read in the newspapers that one of my people was ripped off by one of you punks. And I'll be waiting for you right here in this prison. You got that? And then what do you think's gonna happen? Keep that in your mind. Because every one of us have family out there. And if you think you're tough, you don't know what tough is. I'm bad. You see me, boy? I'm bad. You see them pretty blue eyes of yours? I'll take one out of your face and squash it in front of you so you can watch. You see, because I think that you, like this, when I'm talking, you're going in one ear and out the other. That's what it's doing. I don't think you're listening to me. What did I just say then?
Said you take one eye out and squish it.
Do you think I would?
Yeah.
You're damn right I would. Are you ready to kill somebody?
No.
You're ready to do that monkey business you're doing on the street, though, aren't you? You're ready to hang out on the corner, though, aren't you? Yeah. Then you better be ready to kill somebody, because when you're in this place, you gotta kill if you have to. When you wake up in the morning, do you think about maybe I'll have to kill somebody today?
No.
When I wake up in the morning, I think about maybe I have to kill somebody today. Do you wake up in the morning and think about maybe I'll be killed today? No. Or that maybe a guy like me will break your face for you? Huh? No. When I wake up in the morning, I think about that. Is that paranoia? Yeah. For you, it's paranoia. For me, it's a reality. This is prison. This ain't no playground. We play for keeps in here. The big eat the little. And in here, I'm big. He's big. We're big because we're survivors. You understand? You take something from me, and I'll kill you. And I ain't hardly bullshit.
Two of you guys I don't like. I don't like you, and I don't like you. You got one time to smile at me, I'm gonna turn your teeth upside down. Do you understand me? I just got out the hole today, and I will turn your teeth upside down. Do you dig it? Yes. All right. I'm gonna tell you about the prison. But before I do, show me your shoe. Show me your shoe. Show me which ones are yours. Tell me. This one here? Which one is yours? Which, who?
Purple sneakers out in the park.
This here one right here?
Yeah.
You think it's...
Send them to me, Billy. Let me have it.
You smiling at me again? I'll knock you in the motherfucking mouth with this shoe. You smiling at me?
No. Smack him with
Well, knock it off. Close your mouth.
Let me have it.
I don't like none of you. This is how I think about it. Think a fuck about you. Nothing. Go home barefoot, you faggot. Everything I tell you today up here, I'm gonna show it to you in black and white. I'm here for murder, kidnapping, robbery, armed robbery, conspiracy, breaking the dude's jaw, and breaking his fucking woman both her goddamn arms. But fuck what's happening to me. It's what's happening to juveniles we're concerned about. It's pretty bad what happened to young boys when they come in somebody's prison, ain't it? Ain't it? Yeah. You think that's bad? This is even badder. Girls beaten and raped. 18 years old. She's been molested 11 times by other women in the prison. Don't you want to be like her? They talk about getting tough on juveniles. Short. Bring it back.
Off the chair.
There. Get the fuck out of here. Get up and get off the stage before I kill you. Get your shoes and get the fuck out of here. Right now. Before I slap your motherfucking hair off your head. They talk about getting tough on juveniles. They say if you commit a crime like an adult, they're gonna send you to an adult prison. But you don't care, man. You don't care. You want to be here with me. You want to be in the cell next to me. See, we know all about juveniles. How do we know? We was juveniles one time ourselves. Everything that you're doing now, we done did it. We didn't get away with nothing. We're here. So what makes you think you're gonna get away with it? Tell me. Nobody knows. Listen to our name and the time that we're doing. Listen to it. Give me some names over there in time.
55372, 30 years.
56083, double life.
52149, life.
56090, 37 years.
5125B, 30 years.
54936, life, and from motherfucking now on. Now who know what now on means? From now on. Somebody tell me. Forever till the day I die. That means I'm never gonna hit the street no more. See, I was like you when I came to prison, man. I was wild. Nobody couldn't tell me a motherfucking thing. I didn't want to hear. But you know how they showed me? By taking my motherfucking eye right out of my head. Look. You see it? Stabbed me all up in the front and in the motherfucking back. How motherfucking tough could I have been? Tell me. See, you got that fucked up attitude. You want to be like me. And the first, sit up, man. Sit up. You ever see a toy robot? Well, look at us. That's what we are. But they don't plug us in no electricity. They make us move by bells. I hear so many motherfucking bells that when they don't ring, I still hear them ring. Why? Because I was that tough guy. They just split my motherfucking head all over. I got knots, bumps, stitches, and everything. They don't give a fuck about me. If I haul off and hit you in your jaw right now, you think the police will help you? You goddamn right. They just want to do his 8 hours and go home. The people that brought you here today, do you think they'll have the kind of job they have and make the kind of money that they make if they ever did any little drunk shit like you're doing out there today? Huh? But you can have the same kind of job. You can make the same kind of money. It's so motherfucking easy as passing you by. Go to school, get that education, and pencil whoop this shit out of them. See, because a gun ain't gonna tear that 30-foot wall down out there. A pipe is not gonna tear that 30-foot wall down out there. But an education just may tear that motherfucker down.
Come here. Read the heading. Yeah, read the heading up there.
Rahway inmate stabbed to death in cell block.
Okay, read from he was stabbed.
He was stabbed about a dozen times in the neck, chest, head, and back. Robinson, who was pronounced dead on arrival at Rahway General Hospital, is serving a 3 to 5 year sentence.
That's good. Sit down. Did the man lie to you when he told you about motherfuckers dying here? Did he lie to you? No. So are we here to bullshit you? No. Then why are you here? Them people that brought you here today, as well as we know, you're here because you're coming to fucking prison. You know, when your mother and father have a dog on the street, and that dog constantly pisses on the floor and they can't train it, what do they do with that fucking dog? They get rid of it. Well, don't you motherfuckers have the sense to know that every time you go in that courtroom for a B&E, shoplifting, stealing a car, whatever you're doing, you're like a dog pissing on that judge's furniture. Sooner or later, he's gonna get tired of looking at you, ain't he? What's he gonna do with you? Send you away. But yous don't think about that. We know what yous think. Yous think yous ain't never killing nobody to come to prison. You don't have to kill nobody to come to prison. And the paper showed you don't have to be doing 30 years to die in here. That man was doing 3 to 5 years. You want to know what he died for? He died for a piece of fucking cardboard. A picture of his woman that he had in his cell that another sick motherfucker wanted and killed him for it. But yous don't think about that. When you look at us, what do you see? What do you see when you look at us? Convicts. You know what we see when we look at yous? We see ourselves. We see ourselves. So when you look at us, you better see yourselves. Because this is the future for you. Men on this stage don't know what it's like to hear a dog barking. Men on this stage don't know what it's like to hear a fucking bird chirping. We don't know what it's like to hear a car horn honking. But if you ask us what it's like to hear a man getting stabbed to death, we'll tell you about that. If you ask us what it's like to hear a man screaming because 4 dudes is fucking him in his ass, we'll tell you about that too. Because we hear that every day.
Everybody sit up. I said sit up! There'll be no more of this motherfucker playing these games, all I see. Right now, you, come here. Pretty big dude, ain't you?
6 foot.
6 foot. There, this it. You got your best shot, man. 1 punch. Punch me in my face. Then it's my turn. No punch.
You kill me.
Motherfucker punch. Go ahead.
You? I hit you. You kill me.
Huh?
You'll kill me.
Yeah, you need protection, don't you?
Yeah.
Come here. Anybody gonna bother you, stay with me. Grab that. Grab it, motherfucker, grab it! This is mine now. This kind of shit here going all day in the motherfucking prison and shit. A young, dumb motherfucker that can't make it. So he needs somebody to take care of him. You got any cigarettes? No. Anybody got a cigarette? What you gonna get for that cigarette, man? You just bought this. I can do bad by my motherfucking self. Go over there with him. You belong to him now. His motherfucking manhood, man, just been tested. And he failed. Because he should have punched my motherfucking head off. That's what he should have did, but he didn't. Now he belonged to somebody else. Like I said before, man, this happens all the time in the prison. The only thing that the prison got to offer is aggravation, humiliation, degradation, alienation. That's all the prison got to give a motherfucker. Everybody up here, man, got a number. And like it's only fitting that y'all have a number. And until you leave, because this is the shortest prison sentence you'll spend, your number's 1, you 2, you 3, you 4, you 5. What's your number? What's your number? What's your number? What's your number?
2.
What's your number? All right, kick it all the way now. What's your number? You. Kick it out.
1, 2,
3,
4,
5,
6, 7.
Speak it up.
6.
I said speak it up, monkey mouth. Speak it up.
6, 7.
8, 9, 10,
11, 12,
13, 14,
15.
And I want you to have that say no when you walk in that door going down there, because I'll be there squatting on you.
We don't get paid for doing this. We don't get no extra rewards, no extra benefits, no nothing. We do this because we want to do it, because we feel like we might could get to you and help you. Now, I'm going to pass these cards out. They got phone numbers. If you have a problem, if you feel depressed, if you need somebody to talk to, then you can call these numbers. If you don't want these cards, don't take them, because somebody will come down here who will want them.
Y'all, man, is too young to come to anybody's prison. Because I don't want to see none of y'all falling in this bullshit that I'm in. I'm only 26 years old. It stops right here. My life stops here. This is it. So I'm saying, you got to listen. Is that understood? I've been here 7 years and regret every fucking day I've been here. Why do you think I'm standing up here putting everything into this here? You know why? If somebody would have done this to me, I wouldn't be here. Y'all got the best opportunity in the world. Y'all done came in and talked to motherfucking convicts. We telling you what it is. And you got to be a goddamn fool not to take it. You got to be a fucking fool not to take it.
I don't know, I was just so scared. I don't want to go to one of them things. And they were saying, like, you know, they were so sure that I was going to wind up in one of them like that. And it just scared the shit out of me, and I didn't like it at all.
I think it will change my life. And way it's going to change my life, I mean, I got to cut some of that out. I mean, all is possible.
Yeah, I feel way different. The minute I just stepped through the door, one policeman told me to stand straight. I just said, I know right now, this ain't for me. It's just changed me all around, man. I stepped through that door.
Scared. They had me very scared.
Shaky, scared.
It doesn't scare me like it's supposed to.
How did you feel during the session?
I was thinking.
Were you scared?
A little.
Didn't you just tell me 2 days ago that you wanted to be a professional thief?
Yeah.
And now?
I changed my mind.
You're really serious?
Yeah.
You're not putting me on?
Mm-mm.
What are you going to do now?
Get a job.
It's a lot more scarier. I think if I ever was here, I don't know, I'd probably kill myself.
We located all the convicts and juveniles shown in Scared Straight. But the kids of Scared Straight aren't kids anymore. They're now adults, and their lives have gone in many unexpected directions.
I take everything, you know. That's what I'm about, you know. I'm about looking for trouble, you know.
Your whole lifestyle should change. Things you used to do, you don't do no more. Things you used to say, you don't say no more.
The boy who hurt people is now a man who helps people. Terrence is 37, married with 2 young sons, and loads baggage for an airline. He served in the Navy and now serves his Baptist church as a part-time preacher.
Chances are, if I wouldn't have went to Rahway, I'd probably be locked up. I could have been in my grave. I could be doing the same things that I was doing then.
Me myself, I don't care, because, you know, they got to catch me first.
Breaking the law, B&Es, auto theft, broke into stores and almost to a point of physical harm. I was a person that you could be in your car and I could be in the back seat of your car.
What did you think the visit to Rahway prison would be like?
A thrill, you know, first of all, with all the pressure, you guys going to Rahway? And we're like, yeah, we're going to Rahway, the big prison. It got a little sensitive when they start closing doors. And you hear the locks, and it's something else when you watch a door lock and you don't see a man with a key. I walked out, realizing that if I can commit myself to a change in my life, that I will never have to go back there again. I went to college after, you know, a couple of years, and I was in the auditorium, when they had a film, Scared Straight, and I'm sitting here years later, and people looking at the film and looking at me, looking at the film and looking at me, and I said, oh my God. And they said, wait a minute, that's him. He's in college. Here's a tormented, deranged juvenile, turned straight. I realized through Rahway State Prison from the age of 16, the only person who can make the change for you is you. Who do you really want to be, and how far are you willing to search inside of you to become the best you want to be? It's just something about the goodness of Jesus that helps remove and wash away the troubles of your life.
Stealing. Dealing.
Oh, God. I really wish you didn't have to show those things. That's awful.
Lori is 36, married, and has a daughter 17 and a son 10. She's a bookkeeper for an air conditioning company.
What I steal, I need and I want.
Every time I see it, it's more and more disgusting. It is. It's embarrassing. It's not funny. It's embarrassing. It's sickening. I thought it was just going to be a day away from school. I didn't think we were going to be in the same room with those people. I didn't think they were going to be right on top of me. I could feel their breath still on me when you think about it, how close they were. And when they were yelling, I mean, the saliva coming out and hitting you, that's how close they were to you. I didn't put it past one of them to even hurt one of us girls. I wanted to get out of there so bad, but I was afraid to even breathe wrong.
I don't know. I was just so scared. I don't want to go to one of them things.
I don't think I've ever been that afraid in my whole life than I was that day. And since then, I don't think I've ever been afraid. It made me not want to be an idiot anymore, I guess. I think that's when I just started, like, going to school more after that. I started hanging out with different people after that. It wasn't overnight, but...
If you hadn't gone to the prison and it was just your parents or the police...
I would have. Who God only knows.
Or
no.
the police talking to you like that, do you think you would have changed in 2 months?
No way. No way. I probably would have gotten worse. Definitely.
Oh, smush.
It's not a life. It really isn't. That's what I tell my kids, you know. You hurt everybody around you, but in the long run, the only one you're hurting really is yourself.
If you feel depressed, if you need somebody to talk to, then you can call these numbers. If you don't want these cards, don't take them.
Lonnie was released from prison in 1996. He's 47 and has spent 17 of his adult years behind bars. Lonnie is single and works as an apartment rental agent.
My mother died. She was 23, I was 8. I had nobody to guide me, so I started drinking at a young age. I would argue, carry guns, which got me in trouble because one day I shot someone. If I had never started drinking alcohol, I would have never went to prison, I would have never been in trouble, and I probably would have been a big success. Because I am intelligent, but alcohol makes you unintelligent.
We do this because we want to do it, because we feel like we might could get to you and help you.
Sometimes we would see 20, 30, and 40 kids, and we knew that we couldn't save all kids, but if we could save one, then we knew we'd done something right. It helped us to turn our lives around, too. I'm not drinking. I'm not getting in trouble. I have a son who loves me, and every time I hear him say, "It's my dad," I mean, I just get a smile from ear to ear. As long as he loved me, then I'm a success.
Worst thing I ever done was rob this store.
That's an innocent little kid. I had the most innocent face, I think, and I was a terror.
Angelo, 37, is now a law-abiding family man. Married with 3 children, he installs floor tile for a living.
I started breaking the law from the age 15 up until Scared Straight. I didn't think of the victims. I didn't think what I was actually doing to them. I think about it now. I was in people's houses. Here, I was a 16-year-old, 17-year-old crazy kid. I was in people's houses. I think of somebody being in my house now, and it would drive me nuts.
Come here. Read the heading.
Yep, that's the guy I remember. I didn't know what he wanted, but I was prepared to do what he wanted to do.
Rahway inmate stabbed to death in cell block.
He's telling you how the guy came into Rahway prison and got killed in prison. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. I broke the law 3 times after I visited Rahway. Twice right after, still at the age of 17 and 18. And once about 5 years ago, I had a disorderly conduct and I did 15 days in the county jail. It was something that I'm ashamed of, and my wife wanted to tell my kids I was working, my oldest daughter. I said no. And I made her come down and visit me at the county jail with my wife to see me in between a piece of glass, and told her daddy got in trouble, and this is what happens when you do wrong. If I didn't go to Rahway, I think that I would have done hard time. If that one day didn't happen, I might not have my family. And my family to me right now is everything. It's the most beautiful experience in the world.
When you look at us, what do you see? What do you see when you look at us? Convicts. You know what we see when we look at you? We see ourselves.
Joe was in and out of prison most of his life. After serving 11 years for armed robbery, he was paroled. 4 months later, in 1993, Joe died of a drug overdose at age 43. He left behind one daughter.
Somebody asked me to steal something, I said good, you know.
39-year-old Raul is divorced, has a 9-year-old son, and lives with his fiancée. He served in the Army and is now a technician at a chemical plant.
There were drug-related exchanges, there were weapon exchanges. We were more into gang-type activities.
I want you to look at one man and pass it down. I want you to see them all.
Do you think you were going to go in there and show those guys a few things?
Well, I'll probably go in there and mouth off a little and, you know, laugh at them and joke about it.
Motherfucker, what did I say?
What did I say, motherfucker? Now pick them up and look at them right.
Do you think you were scared during that moment?
To frighten? I think anybody would.
If I tell you again, I'm going to break your fucking neck.
That was the turning point right there, Rahway. That made the decision for me to go straight. If at that time I didn't go through that program in Rahway, somewhere along the line, I probably would be in Rahway, probably in Rahway myself. Luckily, I got my eyes opened up through this program. Met this lovely lady, love her so much. I'm very, very happy, very, very happy. Can't ask for no more.
I don't get on my fucking nerves, all right?
I always remember him. Well, if I met one in the street, if the one that spec the cards out my hand, I would confront him and say, how you doing?
We had a surprise for Raul. Waiting outside of his apartment was Willie, the convict who scared him straight 20 years ago.
Now pick them up and look at them right.
Oh,
Pick
man.
Them damn guards up, boy. Pick them up.
So, how you doing?
Hey,
you scared me, man. I didn't see you. I saw them cards, man. But I ain't picking them up. I'm not picking them up now. No way.
Yeah. I got you that time.
Hell yeah, man. That's good.
You ain't been in no trouble since then?
No, man. Straight up, straight. That's it, man. Just, like I said, just
well, we did our job there.
Oh, definitely.
You know,
man.
kept you strong, kept you out here.
Definitely did the right thing.
Job,
definitely.
Well, I got married. I'm doing all right.
That's good.
Bought a home, man. You know, so I learned a lot from it too, man. But I'm glad to see guys really it paid off. You grown up since then. Nice to see you, man. Take care of yourself,
You too, man. All right? Make sure you don't go back either, man.
Never.
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 All right.
You just stay cool.
You too, man.
All right.
All right. Whoa.
We are convicts. Every man you see behind me is doing over 25 years or life.
Willie has been out on parole since 1995. He's 45 years old and has spent 24 of his adult years behind bars. Willie drives a truck during the day and manages a rug cleaning service at night. He's married and is devoted to his stepchildren and grandchildren.
I ended up throwing my life almost away. I started using drugs, and from drugs it went to armed robbery to get those drugs. That's been my downfall all my life. You know, a lot of people have said to me, if it was not for drugs, I probably would have been somebody really important in this world, you know.
We're gonna go to some garage sales later, right?
Yeah.
What keeps you drug-free now?
Hard work, taking it a day at a time, and the love that I have for my family.
the latter part of my incarceration, I found my religion, which is Islam. That has helped me a great deal. I think a lot of these young kids, if they had some sort of God in their lives, you know, it would probably be a great improvement. I mean, it's been moments where I've gotten weak, you know, but I just keep pushing. I keep pushing and take it one day at a time. Because it's rough. It's rough when you've been doing that all your life and now you try to change at 45 years old. It's rough. The best memory I have of Scared Straight was, I think I was kind of upset that day about something. There was something going on that I didn't like.
Man, get that fucking camera out my face. I told you to cut it off.
Right now today, that follows me wherever I go, people who've seen that tape. You know, that's that guy that said, get that effing camera out my face. The Lifers program was the most important thing that came out of my prison experience because through that, I became somebody. You know, helping other kids, helping people get their lives together and not end up like me. You know, it was that experience through the Lifers group that I think I'll cherish for the rest of my life.
Sometimes I did things when I was drunk, and I didn't worry about it till the next day.
I'm sorry I said that, and I certainly don't feel that way today.
Marlene is 35, married, and works as a waitress and hostess. She hopes to start a family.
I'm watching these people and what's going on here. I thought they would be nice to us, you know, and talk to us like friends, you know. We're cool like them.
Get the fuck out of here. Get up and get off the stage if I can.
A couple hours was torture to me. It really was. It made me realize I want to be somebody. Not a drunk, not a druggie, not an inmate.
I don't want to see none of y'all falling in this bullshit that I'm in. I'm only 26 years old.
Robert was abandoned by his parents as a young child and raised himself in the streets. He's 48 and has a 5th grade education.
If somebody would have done this to me, I wouldn't be here.
I wanted to be in the Lifers Group program because it gave me a chance sort of to give back a little bit to society a little bit.
You remember the day that we filmed Scared Straight?
Yeah.
What are your memories of that day?
The love, I guess, that the inmates put out for it. I think that took me a little surprise.
So I'm saying, you got to listen. Is that understood?
We really came together on one common ground instead of, you know, as convicts, came together as people. And I think that's something that always stay in my mind.
Robert has spent his entire adult life in prison. In 1991, he was released, only to be arrested 6 weeks later for sexual assault. He's now serving a 30-year sentence.
After I accepted the Lord Jesus Christ as my personal Savior, I prayed hard to clean me from, you know, what I used to be. My worst fear is dying here in this prison. Each and every day I think about that. You know, you're like a package. You know, you died, a black bag comes, they throw you in the black bag, and, you know, the next day it's somebody else in the cell and the beat go on. I hope I left some type of impression on people that, you know, don't leave me dying here, you know, of all places.
How do you feel about your victims?
I feel sad about them for a while, until I forget about it.
Ron is 38 and lives with his wife and 9-year-old daughter. He served 8 years in the Navy and now works the night shift as a mechanic at a dairy.
Oh, robbed houses, bicycles. We stole a car once, you know, selling drugs. The more drugs I did and the more I drank, the more of a daredevil, and I didn't care. I got caught for doing a bomb scare in school.
See, you got that fucked up attitude. You want to be like me.
I remember how they were always picking on me because they thought I was laughing at them, which I wasn't laughing. I have what they call a nervous smirk. I get scared and I smirk, and they think I'm laughing at them. So I had them all of them in my face.
What, do you think you tough or something? Get up, motherfucker! You think you're get out of here. See, this is the class clown.
The thing that scared me the most is that they told us the truth about what life is like in there. And they told me if I was there, I was going to be everybody's boy. They just passed me down the line. And I knew I wouldn't make it. There was no way. It's amazing the impact it does have because you get to see firsthand what's going on inside. Well, a lot of these people don't see it until they get there. I wanted to show them that I could do better, that I could change my ways.
And if you hadn't gone, what might you have continued to do?
I would probably kept on burglarizing, kept on with the drugs. I did graduate. 4 days later, I decided to join the service. I never thought about the Navy before that. So yeah, it made me think about what my future was going to be. It definitely affected me because I think about it still to now, even to this day. Makes me want to be a law-abiding citizen.
Keep trying me, man. Get up, motherfucker, you think you're... Get out of here. Get up off that fucking bench.
10 years after Scared Straight, we interviewed Ed, who was still incarcerated at Rahway.
I do the best I can to serve my Lord and Savior. I know a lot of people might not want to hear that, you know, coming from a convict, but that's the way it is, and I have to be truthful about it. I was carrying a gun and drinking at the same time, and I went off the deep end one day, and I wound up shooting and killing somebody. I'm most proud of that I had an opportunity while in prison to do a film like this, like Scared Straight, to reach out to youngsters. I mean, it's really something to take a life, now you're trying to give back a life. What I'm least proud of in my life is that I hurt my family by committing my crime and wound up losing my wife and my children and everything else that goes with it. You know.
In 1996, after serving 22 years in prison for a double murder, and just 3 weeks before his release from a halfway house, Ed was changing a flat tire when he suffered a heart attack and died. He was 58 and left behind 3 children. Not everyone was scared straight after their confrontation with the lifers.
I said, how did you feel? You gonna do something about that? No.
The visit to Rahway, did it change you?
No.
Frank is 36 years old and married with 3 children. He's now a shipping supervisor for a textile company. For 9 years after his Rahway visit, Frank took illegal bets as a bookie, until one day the law caught up with him.
All of a sudden, some guy came by my house, and before I knew it, I was in my garage with like 10 guns to my head. And I was just like, take me, don't you know, I give up.
A lot of people were doing the same kind of stuff you were doing, a lot of your friends. They went through this program and they stopped doing them. You didn't. Why you?
I was doing it for so long, the money was coming in, I was living pretty good, and I didn't think I was going to get caught. I thought I was like invincible, I was going to get away with murder or whatever, you know. Well, not murder, but that's just the saying, and they got me.
What do you think would have happened to you had you not been arrested at that time?
I could be dead. When I faced it in real life, that's when I stopped.
When it happened to you?
Yeah, I mean, I would never, ever do anything like that again. That's what scared me straight. When the judge said 5 years, Trenton, state prison. Now, I just try to live a good life. Watch my kids grow up, try to steer them in the right direction.
The only thing that the prison got to offer is aggravation, humiliation, degradation, and alienation. That's all the prison got to give a motherfucker.
Greg has served time for murder, armed robbery, and other crimes. 10 years after filming Scared Straight, we did a follow-up interview with him. He was still in prison.
What hurts me the most is since I've been incarcerated, I've lost my mother. And she has been the greatest support that I've had. Your mother could die, or your father can die while you're locked up. And that's the worst feeling in the world, not being there.
Greg has been out of prison since 1996. He's 46 years old and has been behind bars 20 of his adult years. Greg now works as a counselor at a drug rehabilitation center and is earning college credits toward a degree. He has 2 teenage children.
Regretfully, my first major crime was a murder. I destroyed a life, I disrupted a family, and I stagnated and tore my own life apart. I think drugs was the primary force as to why I really got involved in all the things that I did. I used heroin, cocaine, I smoked marijuana. In fact, I did everything. I've been shot 4 times. I've been hit with a hatchet. I've been stabbed with a K5. I've been in a running shootout with the police. As you see here, I have a scar on my face that came from a shootout. I've overdosed 3 times on drugs. And yeah, I've been in some close encounters of the worst kind.
There's such a difference in you from the time I saw you 20 years ago, the time I saw you 10 years ago.
I've been free of drugs since 1994, on the streets since 1996, and this is the longest that I've ever been substance abuse free. And I'm having the best time of my life, clean and sober. Since I've been free of drugs, it feels exhilarating. You know, to try to find a feeling word is like almost difficult to find, right? Because it's such a new feeling, right? But I'm getting used to wearing this feeling. And I'm fortunate to still be alive today to give something positive back to somebody else that's going through the same path that I went on.
Speak it up. 6. I said speak it up, monkey mouth. Speak it up. 6.
Patty is a widow raising 3 daughters. She's 36, works as a waitress, and hasn't been in trouble with the law in the last 20 years.
Put no damn tears in your eyes. What the fuck I care about some tears?
How likely is it that you would do illegal things now?
I won't. I'm happy I went to Rahway. You know I didn't like it. I think it influenced my life. I think it made it better. It did good for me.
No punch. You kill me. Motherfucker punch. Go ahead.
I hit you, you kill me.
Roy's 38, lives with his girlfriend, and is an automobile leasing agent.
I hung out in the parks, drank a lot in the parks. The only crime that they ever put me down for, and when they said, you're on your way, was conspiracy to a bomb scare.
You need protection, don't you?
Yeah.
Come here. Nobody gonna bother you. Stay with me. Grab that. Grab it, motherfucker! Grab it!
There wasn't much chance of one of my buddies bailing me out on that one.
You just bought this. I can do bad by my motherfucking self. Go over there with him. You belong to him now.
After the experience at the Lifers group, I lost the girlfriend. I had to put up with a lot of jokes that were not very pleasant. I had to carry a pack of cigarettes just to show that I was worth at least 20 of them.
Although Roy remained law-abiding after Rahway, he continued to drink.
I had an arrest back in '85 for drunken driving. In '87, I realized that I had a drinking problem, and it wasn't going to get any better, and I might need a little support, so I did go to AA, and things have gotten better.
How long has it been?
12 years. Not a drop since 1987. I am going to no one's prison. I've been through the Lifers program. I don't want to be one of the Lifers in the program.
You need the money that badly?
It's just too lazy to work.
10 years after his visit to Rahway, we did a follow-up interview with Ken.
What kinds of things happened after the Rahway program?
I did a lot of burglaries, a lot of drugs, just a lot of trouble.
How do you think the Rahway prison program changed you or helped you?
I don't think it did.
Need some help, sucker? That's right. Now, I took that.
To get money for drugs, Ken continued to steal and was sentenced to county jail numerous times. But 10 years ago, he was trying to change.
Ken, how you doing now?
Great.
Ken had been married just 3 years when in 1995, he died of an AIDS-related illness. He was 34 years old.
I kick ass, you know, and if I get my ass beat, don't mean shit, because, hey, I'm coming back, you know.
John has transformed himself from a criminal to a Christian. He works as a metal shop mechanic, but he also preaches the gospel and teaches kung fu. John is 35 years old, married, and the father of 6 children.
I committed more crimes than I want to remember. I had such a string of crime, right, that if I did not commit a crime the next day, to me, I didn't feel good. Something was wrong with me. It was an adrenaline rush. It was an escape, you know. But inside of here, it was just because I had a lot of pain and didn't know how to talk about it.
What did you get the last time you got busted? much money did you get?
$20.
20 goddamn dollars.
Damn. Wake up call. If the lifers group was not there to talk to me that day, that time in my life, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you now. I probably would be dead.
Ready, pull back, think you got.
I had bad habits so deeply embedded. For a while there, I did just fine, but later down the road, I had a relapse. I started getting high again. I started committing crimes again. I got wrapped up in a big mess. Lost everything, lost my family, lost everything. And then I came across the film Scared Straight. Watching Scared Straight the second time scared me enough again in my heart, inside, that where I said enough is enough. It's time to stop playing games. You have to get right, or this is where you're going to end up. And from that day on, I started rehabilitating myself. I love God above everything. I'm a Christian first. I love God. I love it. Everything I do is flavored biblically. The chances that drugs or alcohol or anything else in that vein, can we say zero? Zero? They have about a zero, -0 chance of entering my life. The desire is not even the same. I would do those things because it would make the emptiness go away temporarily. But when the high wore off, I was still stuck with the same old me, you know. But ever since I have my family and those who love me and the Lord is in my life, there is no void anymore. There is no void. Everybody about to see King. Bow to each other, shake somebody's hand, or see you in the next day in class.
I have no worries. Either way, if they bother me, I'll get them back.
Mike is 36 and a single dad. He works at a milk factory.
Sounds like you didn't really listen to the other people who were trying to steer you straight, but when you went to the prison, you listened.
It gave me a kick. Plus, it was either that or go downhill and live like that and end up there. Now I have a kid, somebody to love, somebody to work for, and try and bring him up straight and keep out of trouble.
Everybody up here, man, got a number. And like it's only fitting that y'all have a number. And until you leave, because this is the shortest prison sentence you'll spend, your number's 1.
Was getting a prison number so shocking that any of the kids still remember their number?
What's your number?
I think it might have been 12.
It was.
Was it?
Yes. Do you remember your prison number?
No, I don't remember the prison number.
You remember that after 20 years?
Sure.
Why do you remember that?
Because that's how old I felt when I went there.
I believe it was unlucky 13.
You're right.
I think I was 15, I think.
You're right.
It was number 8.
You remember that 20 years later?
I remember that number. It will burn in my mind forever.
I believe mine was 11.
Right on.
David smiles a lot, which got him into trouble 20 years ago at Rahway.
What, am I here to amuse you that you smile? Huh? Something's funny?
David is 37 years old and self-employed as a floor installer. He's a father to his son and daughter and 3 stepdaughters.
At that time, I had availability to the railroad tracks. I would rob off the trains at that time. Take things that don't belong to me off the trains.
If I steal from someone, it would be someone, if I ever did steal, like the railroad, like I've been blamed for.
You weren't acknowledging at that time that you even did it. You said, if I did it.
I just acknowledged that I did do it, you know, and at that time, talking like that, I didn't even realize I said all that, you know.
They'll have the money right from their insurance, and they just stolen the money. It ain't hurting no one there.
The insurance company, I am sorry for doing that to you. I am paying the price today.
You smiling at me? Well, knock it off. Close your mouth.
I thought going to Rahway State Prison was going to be a joke.
Go home barefoot, you faggot.
The number one thing I got out of it was a wake-up call. To show me another side that another door that I never looked into. I've been on the outside of that door, and I got a chance to see it on the inside of that door. They stopped me from stealing. I mean, from that point, I didn't steal. Because I wouldn't want to be in their shoes. My whole life changed. I joined the Army.
and then the family, and then divorce and another family. Oh, good hit. I can give that film a lot of credit for helping me and my friends, because we all look at each other and, you know, we know who the Scared Straight people were, and from what I could see, it helped them very well. It helped all of us. So I always think, Scared Straight 78, I always remember. Always remember that all my life.
Don't make me hurt you with that, please. I talk to you nice, right?
Dominic was a repeat offender, his crimes ranging from drug distribution to murder. 10 years after Scared Straight, we interviewed him inside a federal penitentiary.
Does it make you feel good to know that Scared Straight has been seen by millions of people, really helped a lot of kids, and you were part of it?
The truth?
Yeah.
The truth? I don't care. I don't care how many millions of people seen it, as long as the right people seen it.
In 1990, Dominic was released from prison. 3 years later, at age 42, he died of AIDS.
How old were you when you first got into trouble?
About 3rd grade.
Tony is 36 years old and single. He has worked as an electronics technician and now owns a printing business. Tony also is a licensed pilot.
We stole smaller things, whatever. It might have been car radios, maybe a car here and there. Beer was forbidden to us and alcohol, so we got as much as we could of it. And once you pass that stage, then you tend to go out and do these little malicious things that teenagers in groups tend to do.
Single file.
We were the tough guys on the block. We didn't expect anything to happen. So we're gonna go in here. It's a day off school. We're gonna laugh and, you know, play around and, you know, go back and tell everybody that we made these guys look dumb.
Take off your take them motherfucking shoes off. Give me them shoes.
I have never untied my shoes faster in my life and threw them out on the stage. And the guy said to us, "You've just been ripped off. How do you feel?" And I remember how I felt. I was more terrified from the size of these guys than just taking off my shoes. 2 things scared me the most about the prison scene, and they go hand in hand: the size of the inmates and their sexual preferences. And they go hand in hand, because if it was just a sexual preference and you could fight it off, it would be fine. But these guys seem to do nothing but lift weights all day, and I don't think you'd get out of their grasp. And I just don't travel in those directions. So I was humbled. You know, we thought we were tough. They were much tougher than we were. That was the most immediate and somewhat profound effect that it had on me. If I had not taken the trip to Rahway State Prison, I may not truly have understood the consequences of some of these crimes, and I may have taken a chance at committing a higher crime. And that, of course, would have destroyed my life. If there's anything that I could really accomplish in life, I think I'd like to be a renowned novelist. I would like to be someone who people could look at and say, you know, he was a kid and he was in trouble, and look at him. I mean, he actually reached the level of being one of the great literarists in the world. Of course, I'm reaching, but I mean, that would be just something, just awesome.
If a group's gonna do something, like, I'm the kind of person to probably do it, you know?
Ron is 38 and works as a longshoreman and a landscaper. He's also a newlywed.
Best thing about my life is probably finding happiness with somebody else. That's a whole new life beginning now.
They're gonna kick your ass over the side of that bed and do bodily harm to your asshole.
It was scary. I mean, it was intense. I mean, we were young kids, and, you know, you're getting whistled at and yelled at and told profanities that they want to do to you. It's you know, you leave there with a whole different outlook. Without a doubt, going to the prison definitely kept me from getting in more trouble. I didn't always think this either, to tell you the truth, that it was a good thing in the beginning because of the negative reaction I got from other kids. Oh, you had tears in your eyes, you know. I would have went there and told him off. I would have spit in his face. I had no idea what really prison was until that day. Really prison was. It scared the hell out of me.
Only one of the 17 juveniles became a career criminal, and he's the only one who is now prisoner. Ironically, 20 years ago, Kadir predicted his future.
In my future, I think I'll be a professional thief.
Kadir's career of choice has resulted in 6 convictions totaling 15 years behind bars. He's now 39 years old. In 1994, he was sentenced to 10 years for armed robbery and burglary. Although Kadir has 5 living children, we were his only visitors in 5 years.
First time I've ever gotten in trouble, I was 8 years old. It was basically burglaries, stealing cars. As a matter of fact, when we met, I think I was attempting to steal your equipment.
I would take everything you have if you give me the chance.
Of all the kids who went through the program the day we filmed Scared Straight, you were the only one who wound up going into maximum security prisons. Why you?
Drugs. It's always the result of drugs. I've never done anything when I was sober or clear-headed, so I would have to attribute that to drugs. I've been using drugs for over 17 years, be it cocaine or heroin or crack cocaine. I'm not proud of it. It was something like I just had to have it.
10 years ago, like now, Kadir was the only scared straight juvenile in prison. And at that time, Malik was the only lifer out on parole. Malik decided to pay Kadir a surprise visit to find out what went wrong.
How are you there, man? You know me? You don't know me? Apparently, you must have forgotten me. And everything that I said to you as well.
Yes.
I never wanted to come back inside no prison, under no circumstances. But out of the fact that they said that you were here, right, it made me a little bit like, wow, where did we mess up?
This is most definitely my last time coming through anybody's prison. I have 6 kids out there. I want to be with them. I miss their youthful years, but I'm going to watch them and be with them in their teenage years.
What happened after that?
That was my true intentions at the time. I got out. I did good for about 6 months, and I just ran astray again. Today I'm drug-free. I've been involved with AA for 8 years. I'm going to continue with it.
Malik once again is an inmate, now in the same prison as Kadir. We arranged for Malik to pay Kadir another surprise visit. They had not seen each other in over 10 years.
Boy.
What's up, man?
Hey.
How you doing, man?
I'm all right. About yourself?
I'll tell you, I'm trying to make it.
Kind of surprised to see you.
Same.
Yeah.
Thought you was out there doing well.
I was.
Well.
Except for allowed myself to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I know it's kind of hard for me to tell you how could you and be sitting in the same place.
And I can't keep doing this.
Yeah,
this is sheer madness.
We destroy our own families when we come to jail.
Though I said it 10, 12 years ago, today I know I'm getting too old for this. I'm tired, my children are grown. I don't have this life in me no more. I'm tired of it.
In 1995, Malik was sentenced to 5 years for possession of stolen property and violating his parole. He's 49 years old and has spent 22 of his adult years behind bars. This is his 6th time in prison.
When we came on the stage, the things that we were telling them were life experiences. All the brutality, the loneliness, right? The crying, all right? The sorrowful moments, the longing to be other places, all that is very real. I think that's one of the hardest things about dealing, right, with prison life is for a parent, all right, to have children and not be able to come to their aid.
Malik's 2 older sons are both in prison. Jamal is serving 22 years at Rahway for aggravated manslaughter. Ironically, he is now part of the Lifers group. This is the first time a father and son have both participated in the program.
I feel real bad about my 2 sons. I feel as though I failed them. When I look back when they were younger, when they was between the ages of 7 and 12 years old, I would take them places with me while I was doing criminal things and everything. I was involved in selling drugs and everything for a period of my life, using drugs, doing armed robberies, carrying pistols. So all those things that they remembered me doing and hearing people talk about me doing, they wanted to become a part of.
The first time getting in court, getting involved with the criminal system when I was 8 years old. 9 years old, malicious damage. After that, attempted robbery, burglary.
By the time I realized that it was wrong and I was trying to steer them away from it, it was too late.
That's how my father is so wonderful, because he was reaching out to us even though he was locked up.
I'm grateful that my son has finally came into himself, Jamal, and is working with the Lifers group, because I know it has helped me immensely, so I'm sure it's going to be of some service to him.
Now in his 23rd year, the Lifers Juvenile Awareness Project is still going strong at East Jersey State Prison, formerly Rahway.
See that wall over there? Come out, throw your shit up against the fucking wall. All y'all. Stand the fuck back in line. Shoulder to shoulder. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why I took the fucking sneakers. So, because you motherfuckers is out there depriving people of their motherfucking liberties. That's right. Now how do it feel to be told the fuck off? I ain't had no motherfucking gun or no knife or none of that bullshit. Bitch ass motherfucker, you know it. It don't take no 5 motherfuckers to rape one of you punk motherfuckers. That's it. Now that's how that shit go. In fucking prison. And I know you don't like it spitting in your motherfucking face, but there ain't a motherfucking thing you could do about it neither. Punk motherfucker.
Some people may say, well, you over-dramatized it. No, we're not. It's not a drama workshop. It is a reality. Things like that do take place in prisons. The murders, the suicides, as well as the rapes do take place inside these human warehouses.
I'm gonna do this my motherfucking way. Well, guess what? Now I'm doing it the man's way. That's right. I eat when he tells me to eat. I shit when he tells me to shit. I shower when he tells me to shower.
What we do is give them the true definition of prison, what we call the real deal. That you're not going to come in here and run the place. That the movies glorify prison. They think this is a cakewalk, and this is why we are here to deter them when we tell them this is no cakewalk here.
So when somebody tell you ain't nothing, just smile and laugh. That's right. Because you know deep in your heart, man, that you are somebody. That's right.
The Lifers have expanded their program to include one-on-one meetings with boys who return to prison for follow-up counseling. For many of these boys, the convicts are the only men who show an interest in their welfare.
Trust me, I got confidence in you. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna fail me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You might fail everybody else, you ain't gonna fail me, you know what I mean?
I mean, a lot of times kids do open up to us. What it may take a parent years to find out, we find out within hours or within minutes about this individual.
Out of 384 young people, youth that I've brought, there have only been 57 thus far that have continued any sort of antisocial or delinquent acts.
Over the years, I've taken about 300 kids to Rahway, to the Lifers group. And of that 300, about 80% of them turned their lives around. If it wasn't for that Rahway experience, I would say the success rate would be 20 to 25%.
Prison is like a big monopoly set. The only thing about this big monopoly set, you don't get no get out of jail card free.
Did everybody smile, please? Good.
Recently, a group of the Scared Straight juveniles got together for a reunion and photo session. One thing they all agreed upon was the convict who scared them the most.
Oh, the one with the eye. God, I remember that guy like it was yesterday.
I remember there was one guy who was missing an eye.
A guy who only had one eye.
The guy with the eye, because he was right on our face.
Do you know how they showed me? By taking my motherfucking eye right out of my head. Look!
He has stuck in my mind, you know, seriously. That one prisoner for 20 years, he has stuck in my brain. And every time I think of Rahway or Scared Straight, that's his face. I see his face. If I saw him, I don't know. I don't know what I would do if I saw him. I really don't.
I'm here for murder, kidnapping, robbery. I'm here for murder, kidnapping, robbery, armed robbery, conspiracy, breaking the dude's jaw, and breaking this woman both her arms. Like I said before, I'm not your friend, I'm not your enemy. I'm not your mother, I'm not your father. But I'm glad to see all of y'all today. And I hope you feel the same way about me. All right? All right.
How are you?
All right, you baby. Doing all right?
Are you still scared?
No, sir, I'm not in jail. I've been out of jail since 1990. And I haven't been back to jail for anything.
Out of all the guys in the Lifers group, I mean, you weren't anywhere near as big as some of those other guys, but still, you came across.
Of course.
I mean, in my memory, you're the person that I remember the most.
Well, hey, because I had that anger in me. Today, I don't have that anger in me, you know. I couldn't stand nobody to look at me. I asked them, what the hell are you looking at? And I'd be ready to fight. I don't care if you're 7 feet tall, I'm going to try you. You can see all.
Stabbed or something, right?
I was stabbed. Yes, I was. You can still see all the scars. See, I'm not jiving. You know, this is me. I'm for real. Once I started dealing with the Lifers group, I started looking within myself. You know, saying, "Damn, I can help them, but why can't I help myself?" You know.
I hope you realize that standing right in front of you is
Some of the people I helped.
you helped 20 years ago.
That's
and,
right.
and me, myself, and I'm sure everybody, I really want to thank you.
Hey, I appreciate that. You know, by thanking me, what you do is you talk to him. And I know a few of y'all have kids and everything. And please treat them better than I did mine, because I wasn't there for them. You're here for them, man. Please stay here for them. All right? All right. Bye-bye, man.
Ali is 53 and has spent 20 of his adult years in prison. He recently remarried and is the father of 6 adult children. Ali works as a mechanic and volunteers his time helping kids in trouble.
I was a drug addict. I drank a lot of alcohol. I used to stay high all the time, stay drunk, getting in trouble, falling in the gutter, spitting up on myself and everything. But I stopped. I don't do drugs. I don't drink alcohol. So far, knock on wood, I hope I can stay that way. 54936 life and from motherfucking now on. The saddest thing about a man being in prison is when he loses family. He don't have nobody to come home to, nothing to really look forward to. I know it sounds like, you know, I want to cry, but I do, because it really hurts. Jail is so easy to get into, but it's so hard to get out. You're young one day, and at the end of 30 years, you got gray hairs. You say, what the hell happened to me? Since I came home, everything has changed, you know? I have a beautiful family. I have everything I want. I have kids that I love, I respect, you know, and they respect me. And I love myself, you know, from the time then until the time of now. I love me.
What are the chances that you would break the law again? And
let me tell you something. If I break the law again and commit another crime, you can hang me. I'm not going to ruin my life, believe me. It's over. My life of crime is over. Go to school, get that education, and pencil whoop this shit out of it. I was in a Lifers group for the complete 19 years that I was in the prison. I think we touched a lot of kids, man, you know, and I've seen the results after 20 years, and that made me feel good. I still say the same thing I said 20 years ago. Please don't follow in my footsteps. If you have a family, man, praise them, man. Stay with them. Keep them out of trouble. Don't let them do the same thing that you did. That's what I would tell you. And I'd be right there in your face and tell you. Even if I had to grab you in your shirt collar to tell you, I would do that.
Both the lifers and the kids we met verify the tragic reality that drug and alcohol abuse play a significant role in crime. So as violence, drinking, and drugs continue to destroy our children, we should use every resource available to stop young people from hurting themselves and others. The more than 50,000 kids who have been through the Lifers program have shown that dedicated prisoners can help stop today's kids from becoming tomorrow's convicts. I'm Danny Glover. Good night. If you want to write to the Lifers, their address is Lifers Group, Lock Bag R, Rahway, New Jersey, 07065. To order a video cassette of this program, please call 1-800-367-2467.